I have notes again.
So we have, yes, please. We have an amazing training yesterday with just one of my favorites, Frazer Brook. I actually paid to attend a few of his training, and he's that good. And he is responsible for some of my success in Healy. Like seriously, I think I did a 10-day run. I didn't even do 10-day. I did 7-day out of the 10-day one because I was tired. But the lingering effect from that run was just ongoing for like 2 months. So thanks to our corporate sponsor, we're able to have two amazing sessions. My understanding is that the recording of those sessions will be available sometime, and I'll be sharing with the community. And I'm going to watch it again, you bet. And if you can even just take maybe 3 points from what they were suggesting and just do that, you will get results. It is like so amazing. But I'd like to invite one of our new member, Juliet, to share some of the biggest takeaway from yesterday's session.
Fraser. Okay, this guy, his name is
Frazer Brookes.
Fraser Brookes. He is amazing. I mean, he knows everything about how to use the social
Social
media
media.
to build yourself. And he gave some tips, really very good tips. It's just I didn't have the time to go into it. I'll give you all this tip very fast. It's just that you have to find 5 people that has a huge following. So you go into it and you just like 3 of the posts, okay, in Instagram or Facebook, and then you put comments. You don't have to say anything except put heart shapes, or maybe you put a clap and all this, and then it will generate in such a way that because he has such a huge following, it will generate out to those that will see what you have just put in. So they will, after seeing a few times that you are responding to this guy, they will be curious, and then they will go into your link to take a look at who you are. That
And
is
if you
the
generate great contents, they might follow you.
uh-huh. It was just great. Yes. Shada, you went in to take a look, right? They gave very good tips, and it's easy to follow, actually. And the other guy, what's his name
Rob
already?
Perry.
Uh, May Rob
Rob Perry.
Harry. Yep, he also gave very good ideas how to start and how to sell. When someone gave you any reasons of not wanting to buy a product, you how to answer. And I'll be
Handle
using that.
objections. Yes.
I will be using that.
Yeah.
I'll, I'll be saying, yes, I understand. Yes, I understand.
It's
That's,
great.
that's what that I truly understand your busy schedule. I'm like, oh, I've never thought of that.
It's the feel, felt, found model. It's called the feel, felt, found model. It's by saying I understand, right?
Yeah,
You feel people, right? And you so people understand you. You understand, right?
yeah.
And then so you communicate that way.
And in that way, they cannot counter argue with you because you already understood.
Yep, 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 yep.
Isn't it wonderful? It is really very interesting. I think the whole session took 2 hours, but it was really worth it. Those
And
who are,
yeah, and the thing is, now that you mentioned it with Rob Perry, is the way he explained it. He's not pushy, right?
yeah, and
Like
he's
you're
not.
being it's assertive. You are being assertive in following up, in in answering, taking care of people's question by coming and saying, "I understand," blah blah blah. You are coming in an understanding way, being empath. You empathize with their situation. People feel like, yeah, you understand me. You know why I don't have time to do this business, whatever. And then you come back when people feel understand, they're more open to continue the conversation with you. Then you have an opportunity to present a solution. to help them to solve their issues, right?
Yes.
And instead of
Really
just push, push,
interesting.
push, saying that,
Yes, yes.
no, you
And
have to do this,
the
or you have to
urgent,
get this, or whatever like that, right?
yep, yep. So it's also is like don't postpone too long. Do not say, I'm busy right now. You don't say, okay, I'll get back to you. Are you free next week? Maybe.
No,
He said, no,
you have to follow
it's
up
so
and tell
urgent. I
you.
need to tell you what I have to tell you. You have to be like, show that this is so important. You just, that's what I found out, and I note it down, and I'll be using it.
Yeah,
Believe me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's great. I'm so glad you enjoyed the training. And one of the things that I was thinking about you, and when
Mm.
Fraser was talking, let's do a live, the four people. You, me, and find two other people to do a Instagram live. Remember that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And when you do that, and you can actually leverage each other's following and increase it, it's Fraser is amazing. Go and follow him. It can you can increase the algorithm, and a lot of people don't have not used. I'm glad you use social media, because a lot of people still don't know, hesitate, or whatever. And I always encourage you, just start using it, right? Just start using it, whatever, and let go of perfection. I don't want to put any names here. There are a lot of people doing very well, but they don't use social media. And every single time when I talk to them and say, I don't know, I'm going to have to figure out how to use it. And this is a year later, they still have not done a single thing on social media, literally. I'm like, oh, you just start posting. Take a picture and post it. How difficult it is, right? Just post a picture, go and comment. Go and join a Facebook group. Go and comment on a post. Like, just simple things like that. When you start doing it, then you will know how to do it. Jump on Facebook Live with me, like that. And that's how I learned it. I started with nobody. Like 2 or 3 years ago, I started with no following, 200 friends that none of them just, I would put up a post, I have zero like no like, right? Nowadays I can put up a post, I know I will get a like. And then, so it takes time to build up. And when you have a social media, it's so much better, because I don't have to waste time to go out and reach out to people actually reach out to me. Just like yesterday, Julia, you post pictures, right? People actually like your post and respond to you, and now all those people knows that you are using the Healy. And then if they know about the Healy, and because of your relationship, they will reach out to you and say, hey, Julia, tell me more about this. Give me a scan. Or how do I buy a Healy? Where do you get a link to buy the Healy, or something like that? You will start experiencing it, and you're just beginning. So the more you do it, and I'll be sharing more tips about that. And yeah, so catch the recording, and with social media, just do it. And it's a lot of fun, actually. Any other thing to add to yesterday's session, Julia?
I believe that practice, you just have to get down to do it in social media.
Exactly.
And to also like when you follow up, you shouldn't have fear and all this. I think I have to get out of that, and no more excuses. Just yeah, a lot of time is because we said I will postpone, tomorrow I'll do it, the next day I'll do it.
Another
No,
tip
get
is I want to share with you is you just nailed it, right? You always hesitate, or you're too busy, or whatever, you're too tired, or whatever. You know what? One of the things I learned from Fraser is to do a short burst, right? Meaning you just set aside maybe 30 minutes, or maybe even 10 minutes. Just do a 10 minutes, go and do a post, or 10 minutes or 30 minutes to do something. Whatever you learn, you just go do it. You're going to do a Facebook Live, jump on and do a Facebook Live or whatever. And you just do something. And then it doesn't have to mean that you have to be there to do it for the whole day or 2 hours, 3 hours. With social media, it's amazing. You can just do it for a short period of time. You can do it in between. If you're busy, single, you should see when I follow these people on the internet, they are like a full-time mom with 3 kids, 4 kids, and they do so much on social media. And it's always like, if they can do it, I can do it. And they have their story with like, what is it, 10 or 20 items on their stories, right? Yeah, just go and put something on the story. I just attended an event on Tuesday, and they were serving the hors d'oeuvres, right? The hors d'oeuvres. I just took picture of every single hors d'oeuvres. I post all of them, and I
Yeah, I
got,
saw them.
because every single post you put on social media, you're building relationships. So whenever almost all of the people who bought the Healy from me are cold markets. I don't know them, but they know me. They know me just by looking at my posts, and they feel like they already know me, and there's a trust factors already, and I share myself on social media. Almost, I would say 90% of my sales, 95% of my sales are to people I don't even know. The first time I see them when I do the scan, that was the first time, and they bought the Healy from me.
I agree, totally agree with you, May, because friends of your friends or your own friends will judge you in certain ways. Like, where did she learn this? Does she really know it?
You nailed it. You nailed it. I find it so much easier to sell to people I don't know. In fact,
Exactly.
nobody around me buy anything from me. Yeah.
It's
And
it's
some people, it depends. Everybody's different. Some people feel more comfortable to talk to people they know, have relationship, and it actually doesn't have to be. There's just so many ways. The sky is the limit. Whatever works, it works. Try different ways, and you'll be surprised what works. And there's only one way to find out, is just to try it.
yeah, just try it. I also agree with you. Of course, there are some that they trust, that they know you, they know that you will be there to guide them and all this. On the other hand, they just like cold call. They said, okay, she knows her stuff. I trust her. I can feel it, and then they just buy it from you. That's it.
So I have a post. Give you one example, right? And it's so easy to find stuff. Don't overthink it. So if you go to Instagram, I think I find Instagram is quite easy. If you just maybe do a search, right? Energies or frequencies or whatever, right? Or natural health. And then you can find these memes, right? So one of the meme I found was about energy, right? I'll send it to you, I'll show you, right? And I just post that. I just thought, oh, that's an interesting meme. I just posted on my story, and I posted on my profile. I forgot if I posted on my profile anyway. And then one of the guy, I noticed that he follows me. He always like everything I post, basically. And he said he likes it, and he actually said that, oh, this is good. I like this. It resonated with me. That was it. I don't know him. So I saw him respond, and I just text him back. I said, thanks for liking my post. Do you want an energies frequency scan? And then he said, oh yeah, sure. I have an appointment with him on Saturday. We'll see how it goes. That's it. That's
That's a
it.
good way. That's a good way. Yep.
That's it. You don't overthink it. You don't overthink it. And the best thing of social media is like planting a seed. Network marketing is planting a seed. Every single person you talk to, or you're planting a seed. They know about the Healy, that you're using the Healy, and you know about the Healy, and when they're ready, they reach out to you. Even though they're not ready to buy at this moment, it's fine. And with social media, it's so powerful because I put a post. One of my posts has gone over, I don't know, thousands of shares. I think over 10,000 shares. It was a post on glyphosate. It just went viral. And so I don't know how people find me. Sometimes I always say, hey, how did you find me? Yeah. And then the way that you just mentioned, Juliet, is to leverage other social media, other social media influencer, leverage their following. So there's an algorithm to do that. And so you actually, there's so many ways, and you learn so much from Frazer. I'll share more of his training with you later. Go follow him. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for today here. I'm gonna stop recording.